I don't think people comprehend the severity, the complexity, and the urgency of spending time alone and its impact on oneself. Sometimes we desire the company of another to fulfill something within us, to spark some new energy, but the reality is that we are seeking something deeper within ourselves. Fulfill the urgency to spend time alone. Spend the time alone, even if it's uncomfortable or boring. Maybe you will discover this new energy within yourself instead. It isn't easy to get to this point, but that's the beautiful part about it. Find a quiet space, a thinking space for yourself to exist in. Spending time alone, even when you're contradicting yourself, where you feel like you want to spend time alone, you really desire it, but then you don't end up spending the time alone because you're bored, because spending time alone can be boring. It really can be boring. But you have to fight that boredom and find a space where you can just sit in. And maybe I'm just saying this because this is my personal experience, but essentially spending time alone, even when you just want some company, it's so confusing. It's hard because sometimes you want to spend time alone, but then sometimes you don't because it's boring, and then you end up, for the sake of company, you end up spending time with someone or with others or with friends, and that's totally fine. Of course you want to spend time with your friends. We're human beings, we want community, but sometimes you end up realizing, like, you just want to be within your own energy. And that's when you start enjoying your own company, enjoying your own energy, and without anybody else's energy around you, whether it be good, bad, neutral. Even it doesn't have to be bad energy. It's not that it's like it's bad energy, but it's like you just have this fulfilling desire to be alone and to spend time alone. I don't know if I'm making sense, but I hope I am. It's just so important to get to know what your true soul and energy is like, because we're so distracted. We're in an age of where information is just everywhere. And there's no time, not much time to even spend time with yourself, especially in the Western world. Of course, there's not much time. All there is on the weekends and or after work, and it's just not fair that we've been put in this system. Although, of course, there are some pros when you compare it to people living in other places, like in the global south. But essentially what I'm trying to say is spend time alone, because I promise you will begin, the more and more you do it, the more you will realize how enjoyable your own company is. Self-reflect in these times of when you're alone. Discover new things. Like, there's so many things that you'll begin to discover that you didn't even know that you liked. And I'm saying this as a reminder to myself even. Thankfully, the weather's been nice, so I've been able to sit under my tree. During the winter, I don't really have a space that I can really sit at, especially a space that's like nature. We're working on that. We'll see. Maybe next winter. But right now, just spend the time alone. Spend the time alone. I promise you, it will do wonders for you. It will do wonders for you. You will discover so many things, even though it's boring. I understand that. Sometimes we just want convenience. We want the we pick the easier thing to do, such as hanging out with friends or going to drink or going to smoke or something like that. Something to mask or escape from this desire of wanting to search deeper within yourself. And that should never be masked or or escaped from. Sometimes we don't even realize that we are seeking something deeper within ourselves. Sometimes we think we just want company, but that's not the case. Spending time alone is so important, and quality time alone, not just a time alone where you're drinking alcohol or you're smoking, and don't get me wrong, that could be enjoyable too, and you can discover yourself in those moments as well. I feel like a sneeze is gonna come. Never mind, it's gone. Yeah, but you should really just think about this. These kids are so cute. I really encourage you, whoever's watching, to do this, because for myself, it's been amazing. It's been amazing for me, and these days now, because I have access to this thinking space that I've created for myself over the last couple years, or maybe more than a couple years now, I'm able to just utilize this space even more, and the more I'm spending time here, the more I'm desiring to spend time alone. So I just really encourage you, and fight that boredom. Like, really fight it. Like, I know we just want distractions. We want these things like convenience. We want to take the easier way, but I promise you, the easier path is actually the harder path. The harder path ends up being the easier path, because you're choosing to be uncomfortable, and you have to be uncomfortable in this life. This life is not easy. The hard path is actually the easier path for you in the long run, because eventually you'll end up finding that you hope. These kids are swearing these days. So young. Soon you'll end up finding out that spending time alone is really fun and enjoyable. Especially as you age. We're so bombarded and overstimulated by the noise. There's so much noise everywhere. So find that space for yourself. Fight the urge of boredom. Fight that boredom. Fulfill that urgency to be alone. And don't choose company just for the sake of company. Like, choose your own company. Get to know what your own company is like. So, yeah, that's the message for today. Love you guys so much. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful week, and yeah, we'll come out with more videos, hopefully.